They are ready. El equipo de Portugal. Sí. They came far away. We have here Martin Narrow and Hallie Clegg.
Bravo.
Her boots are gonna be wet.
If he messes up, he can come towards you.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep moving. Open up. Good. Keep it moving.
We go to the Suns. Now we go with the United States here on this trophy. Neither also Myers, and here we have Roper.
Woo!
Go.
Is that pretty deep, Alex? Right back.
Watch this doing, Alex. 45 seconds, take your time. 20 seconds. Watch that marker. Straight to Daniel. straight to Daniel now. Nice easy turn there. Perfect on the ledge, take your time. Perfect there. Good. Right now, let it flow. Keep your shoulders up. That's the point. Great ride, Alex.
Okay, you're alone. Oop, how you feel? Well,
Yeah, I feel great. Good weather, good friends, good people.
yeah, it's autumn. You know, today we start autumn. You know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, first day of autumn.
Oh, man, summer's over.
pro bike holder.
Scendo già nella V. In davanti va
French and Italian
agganciato alla
fast
fine
speaker
quando
there.
vicino all'acqua, sono sulla moto. Great ride! Plenty of time. Esatto, eh? Great Matty! 1 minute left, you got time.
Congrats. You've done it. Yeah. You have your flats. Brand new, your flats. You can record. Okay, because that's on the mechanic.
Very good day. You know, before the race, you always have this feeling.
Estados Unidos con la plata en la categoría Trophy, en la categoría en la que más inscripción había, con 18 países en competición. La categoría de plata también, este trial de las naciones. For the cava, yes, move it, move it, move it, move it. Vamos arriba, abriendo botella. Es la gran celebración de este podium de la categoría Trophy. Japón, Estados Unidos, Alemania, los tres equipos, las tres naciones féminas han conseguido una victoria en la categoría de...
All right, Alex, tell us how the day went.
It went well.
I'm proud of him. give me a play-by-play.
We got to section one. Section one was pretty simple. It was still pretty slippery when we got there in the morning. Rain yesterday, and then it was cold at night, so the ground held the moisture. So you really had to make sure you get on top of everything. You couldn't come up short on anything because you just weren't going to win. But it all went well. We cleaned out, got to section two, and suddenly we're stacked in this massive pile of people. We were sat there for 25 minutes before we got moving again. 5 was the first really, really tricky one. The first creek section. As we're walking it, the observer was pretty adamant that, you know, we had to be out and couldn't pad in a line or anything like that. So we had to be really careful with the observer. We got through it okay. It wasn't great, but we got through it okay. 6, probably the hardest section of the day. But all 3 of us made it through the first loop, which I think was a big contributing factor to our success. Once we got out of 10, Alex, Josh, and myself had to ride absolutely flat out with no stopping. We had one minder at one section, and once he was done, he would skip the following, go to the next one. That way we could just keep riding, and we ended up actually finishing 6 sections in under 20 minutes to only get 2 time penalty points, which we were very, very happy about. We cleaned everything from 11 all the way through 15 without walking, without stopping. It was ridiculous. Second loop, I think the 3 of us just went into savage mode ultimately. At that point, it was time to celebrate.
How was spraying the champagne?
It was good. Unfortunately, I got both Alex and Josh right in the eyes right when the cork popped off, but it was great. It was a fantastic experience. Never, ever, ever dreamed I was going to stand on an FIM podium.
That's so cool.
To do it with these guys was just a treat.
Josh, can you add to that sentiment?
Yeah, definitely. First off, I'm super happy with how our performance was and how our whole entire team uh, performed this weekend. It was super amazing, and everyone behind the scenes as well. And want to give a huge thank you to all the contributors who helped get us over here. This is one of our most successful years that we've had, and yeah, it was amazing. We were super close, and we know exactly where we could have picked up those points. But unfortunately, those are something that you can't control at the end of the trial. So
I think this year, compared to other years, like we always get caught out by one kind of hard section. And I think this year we did a really good job of finding that section, not only finding it, but emphasizing it in our riding and getting a better score than most of our competitors. It ended up being like section 5 and 6 this year, just super, super slick streams and some hill climbs out of streams. And I think we were just really prepared for it. And we just knew what we had to do, went in and executed. It's pretty, I'm pretty proud of, the work that we did this season. And so I'm happy to finally, after 4 years of my TDN career, finally getting on the podium is a good feeling. It's kind of bittersweet to be that close to the top step, but you know, we have next year, and so we'll just continue to push. And
no, it's easy with 2 minors. It's helpful because there's 3 riders, and you got other teams trying to cut in front of us, and we're super close on time. So I'm able to mine for a section. If Arid goes to the next one, then vice versa. Super easy. Yeah, no, it gets chaotic sometimes. Like this event, it was pretty honestly poorly set up with the sections 1, 2, 3, 4 right at the beginning. You rode 5 seconds to the next one. There's no loop, so it got. I think we waited 35, almost 40 minutes to ride section 2, and that's half our lap almost there. So I think we did good. We only came with I think 1 or 2 time penalty points on the first lap. Definitely should have been more, but we were hauling, so it was good.
All right, Eric, do you have anything to add to that?
No, like Nigel said, absolutely, it was kind of necessary to have 2 minors, especially on our first loop when we were super tight on time. We ended up like you said, leapfrogging, and and ultimately that's how we got it done.
Ready. Okay, so section 1 through 4 were pretty good because they were like more like indoor style sections, I would say. Like, yeah, stadium style. Yeah, and the girls were like pretty confident on those. We had a little bit of trouble with section 3 the first lap, but then the second lap we managed to really clean it up by quite a few points. And then what happened? We went to section 5 through
7 or 8 in the creek.
Yeah,
5 through 7 in the creek. The water was pretty high and the rocks were extremely slippery. So it's good technical stuff that these two are comfortable with.
We had a crazy clean. We took some points, but it was a crazy clean. It was
Almost,
really good. It was
almost
good.
a clean.
It was really cool.
But I feel like our first lap, we all kind of like made up for some points that needed to be. So like our third ride would help us get into a good position. And then we went to...
What did we do after that?
3 hill climbs.
Oh, yeah, we had hill climbs.
Yep.
9, 10, 11. All 9, 10, 11 were all on some hills, and I think we did pretty well in those. We at least on the first lap we were pretty rushed for time, so we weren't able to really look at the sections much. But the second lap we cleaned it up. We did a lot better. And then 12 through 15 were all again indoor style sections. And first lap we did great on those. Second lap we did good as well, but we had an unfortunate little bout of rain for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that really made the last 2 sections pretty tricky, especially the last section. And that,
if I remember correctly, you were the anchor on that one.
You were so good.
You were in the middle.
I went over the bars.
The brown bear and
Brown Bear?
Yeah.
Not enough gas, too much gas. Perfect.
Perfect.
Too much gas.
Perfect. No, it was really
But-
good. But if it was dry, we would not have had any of those.
We had a little bit of
Cleaned.
bad luck on there. We would have been 1 position higher for sure. But overall, I think we did really well as a team, and we held good morale through the day, and we did really well with the pressure and with the time constraints as well, because lap 1, it was extremely close.
How long is lap one?
Lap 1, 2 hours and 50 minutes, but we were fighting for every line. We were
55 seconds.
fighting to make sure we were in on time, and we had to push ahead of one of the teams that started before us because we knew they were taking too much time. So
Perfect. Lou, we saw you take a dip in the creek.
Hey, talk about
yeah.
it. Talk about
Is
it.
that a
Big dunk.
traditional cold plunge that you do just to really get the muscles loosened up? For the rest of the
Yeah, yes, definitely. That was by choice. I just needed to get my adrenaline going again and to get that dopamine hit. So I decided to stuff my front wheel into the second little ledge and go fully underneath submerged. But I grabbed the bike and picked that up really quick. So it could have been worse, I guess.
Underwater today?
Oh yeah,
I saw
was,
your face wet, but I
Yeah.
thought it was sweat.
Nope, that was water.
Section 6.
Go on, Sam. What did you learn?
Oh man, I learned TDN's actually pretty intense. I came into it thinking, it's gonna be pretty chill. Everyone's kind of friendly with you, kind of like back home in trials, but it gets kind of cutthroat. A lot of people trying to push you out of the way to get into sections, and you really gotta help the women stay in line. Keep the bikes right up front so that they're ready to go.
Yeah, I think it was really more of a time factor. They could have probably done with another 10, 20 minutes of time just to alleviate that kind of desire for everybody to try and get into the section at the same time. But it was an interesting day.
Yeah.
We had we had a lot of positives out of the day. The girls rode all really well, took it turns, all contributing and bringing different things to the team. It is after all a team event, so.
Some of those sections were wetter than an otter's pocket, though.
They were absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd say our weakness was probably just keeping on the time a little bit crisper. I think we got in on time every loop.
It was close on the first one.
Yeah.
Second one, we had 2 minutes to spare, maybe. So definitely time. Didn't really walk sections on the second loop too much, but still, it's with everyone trying to get in with time to spare, it's really tough to keep moving.
I'll let you keep my glasses
If you'd like. Dalton, I'm going to start with you. Okay. You were a trooper out there. One man, 2 people.
Yes.
And 2 different lines. And a drowned bike. Let's get a play-by-play by the minder. I think he's probably seen it firsthand. Probably the most intense view. Let's hear it.
I think the day was good. It was as from a minder point of view, it was definitely tough working with being one man with 2 separate riders on 2 separate lines. There's a lot to work with and a lot to remember and a lot to help. But I think the team did very well. We did have a few minor setbacks on the first lap. Yes, Murphy did drown his bike in the water, and that put us back on time quite a bit. We were very tight for the rest of the loop, but I think we handled it very well. We did the best that we could. Tried to get things situated fast, and we kept the ball rolling.
So honestly, I just think having like the stadium-like sections, the indoor-like sections, and all the people, I think it just didn't help me at all because I was nervous. So I think that just kind of like didn't help me. And so then whenever we got away more, it like opened me up and made me feel better.
Okay.
First off, you guys are never going to let me live down the fact that I drowned my bike today.
Okay, tell us how you drowned your bike.
Just going through the water.
Okay, no. Start from the beginning.
Oh, so I woke up this morning.
No, not that far. Okay, just like the start of the section. Describe the section.
I walked the section, got on my bike. I entered the section, turned left into the creek. It was very slippery.
How deep was the creek? Like
up to my skid plate.
At least here. I measured. Here.
Yeah, above the boot.
Above the boot.
Above the boot.
Okay, and how slippery were the rocks?
The slickest rocks I've ever seen. So, I mean, I don't know how much that's saying, but
You live in California.
Pure traction, so no traction.
No, it was so slick. Made the corner, tried to go up the rock. I didn't lift my front wheel at all.
I might say a key factor was in the creek. He goes wide open, dumps the clutch, just center punch the rock.
So why'd you do that, Mark?
Because I live in California where the rocks are grippy.
How did you turn your day around to improve greatly on the second loop?
I just told myself I just need to have fun because I was kind of just stressing out in the morning.
Why were you stressing out?
I'm always stressed out in the beginning of the day. Every trial I ride, I'm always stressed out in the morning.
A pivotal turn between the first and the second lap was as we started the day, or started the second lap, not the day. After the first lap was rough, it was a high scoring lap, but the second lap we went into sections the first four that are the stadium sections over here, and where there was a lot of fives and a lot of threes the first lap, we started with cleans, ones, and twos. So then that kind of set the standard for the rest of the lap. It set a good intensity for the rest of the lap, and we just kept that moving as we kept rolling.
I would say that, yeah. So wearing the yellow bib comes with a lot of interesting dynamics. So, yeah, let's see. How do I break this down? So the times were staggered enough to where I could start with every team and work with them through the first couple sections, which was really nice until I got a phone call that one of our team members had drowned his bike. Well, so I drove out there and they were in the process of getting it repaired. Glad they were able to figure it out. Yeah, I knew everyone was nervous, and like, it's interesting because everyone's more nervous for the TN than other events, which I knew as a rider, but seeing it as a manager was an interesting perspective because in all reality, you should be almost less nervous because you have a throwaway ride. But as a rider, you don't want to let down your team. And I think everybody feels that and doesn't want to do that. So I think like as a manager, I'm excited for the opportunity in the future to kind of work with everyone and coach them because I'm just not okay with not winning. So I want everyone to win, and we'll get there. It might take us a while, but we're figuring it out slowly but surely. It was really cool to then, watch our team be on the podium. That was really cool, and see the other teams that didn't make it on the podium be so excited for the team members that did. So that was pretty special. And then just get to right now. We're probably gonna go have some beverages, eat some food, and maybe just revel in our successes today. But tomorrow we'll start reflecting and start figuring out what we can do better for next year.